Hi, hi, the quiet one. Good morning to you too. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. You might gotta excuse me because I'm still a little lightheaded and a little dizzy. So I wanted to get on live. I wanted to get on live because hi Star, how are you? I know I haven't been on live in a few days because I've been sick and happy Sunday, everybody. I've been sick all week, and I have never been sick like this in my life. I have never been sick like this in my life. I honestly, before I got sick, I haven't been sick in years. I think the last time that I was sick, I think it was back in 2018. I think the last time that I was sick was in 2018, and I had the stomach virus. And um, I'm one of those people that ended up sick. And I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all is sick right now, I don't know what kind of flu this is. I don't know what kind of flu this is, but this flu was not for humans. I don't wish this kind of sickness on nobody at all. Like I have never I had the cold. I had a cold before. I had the flu before, but this is not a flu. I don't know what this is, but right now I still feel lightheaded. I still feel dizzy. Like when I thought like it started last week. It started last week. My nephew had played in some powder, and you know the baby powder. So I had wound up getting it up, and later on around 3 o'clock in that morning, later on 3 o'clock in the morning, I started to feel stuffy nose. I started to get like stuffy head, stuffy nose. My throat was feeling real um, sore. So I thought it came from inhaling all of that powder. So I did research on inhaling a lot of powder and come find out you're not supposed to do that, especially if it's made of this certain kind of chemical, but it wasn't. So that night, that morning, I just felt like shit. The next day, when I tell you, hey Telly, when I tell you the next day, my head did not hurt at all. My head felt like it was going to explode. My head felt like it was throbbing, and it felt like that if it just thrived one good time, it was going to explode. And it was throbbing and it was hurting so bad until it started messing with my eyes. My eyes started hurting to the point where as though it was hard for me to keep them open. And every time when I lay down, my head get worse. So literally all week, no bullshit, literally all week, I had to lay in bed like this. Because if I lay in bed laying down, my body would get worse. Then after a while, the very later on within that day, my muscles started getting tight, whereas though it felt like my body was like drawing up. And then I started getting cold chills and then hot chills, and then I started having fevers, and then my nose started running. It was bad. So after the second day, I started to feel a little better. My head started to ease up a lot. My nose wasn't really as stuffy anymore. So I'm thinking I'm getting better now. This is the second day. I'm thinking that I'm feeling better. I'm like, good. Thank God this is over with. Later on that night, around 10 o'clock that night, the head pain got worse. It got worse. Next thing you know, the muscle pain got worse. The cold pain got worse. At that point, I had no appetite. Like, I'm hungry. I know I'm hungry. But every time when I look at food, it was like I wanted to gag when I look at the food. And I want to eat because I'm only 100 pounds. I can't afford to lose no weight. And I didn't already eat for 2 days as it is. Every time when I look at food, it's like I wanted to gag. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? And I started getting dizzy spells, whereas though when I would get up, the room would go around. And I felt so lightheaded until it's like I was walking on air. And my nose started getting worse. Like right now, currently my nose is raw. Like right now, inside of my nose, all out my nose is literally raw. Like I can't really touch it because it's so sore. And right now, as we speak, um, I still feel lightheaded. Um, I still feel lightheaded. I still feel dizzy, and I'm trying not to yell. I'm trying not to really talk too much. I'm trying to lay low because I don't know uh what it is that I currently have, but a lot of people say that it's influenza A because I heard it's like three or four different kind of viruses that is out right now, and I don't know which one I have, but I do know that my symptoms is the same as a lot of other people. Like one moment I could feel like that I'm getting better, and then it'll come back even worse. So right now I'm feeling a little bit more better, but I still feel lightheaded and I still feel dizzy and I want to eat, but it's like when I like yesterday, yesterday I was craving soul food. I wanted some collard greens and potato salad and barbecue chicken. I just wanted soul food, right? So my sister, um, she went out and bought me everything that I asked for because my family they trying to cater to me, but I really don't want them around me because so far, luckily, I'm the only one in my house that is sick, and I've been trying to stay in my room because I don't want no one in my family to go through what I'm going through. So I'm lucky that I am the only one with it. I'm glad that I'm the only one that is enduring it because I wouldn't want this to endure with nobody else in my family. And it's and I'm not gonna lie to you, quiet. Um, I don't do hospitals. I don't do hospitals at all. I don't do hospitals at all. But day before yesterday, when I was at my worst, it took everything in me not to go to the hospital. I was literally gonna wake my family up and tell them, look, I can't do it no more. Cause my head, it was just banging. My head and I haven't slept in 4 days. I haven't, and it's like every time when I close my eyes, it, my head won't allow my eyes to get comfortable. When I lay down, I can't lay down because when I lay down, my head get worse. So I was up for 4 days straight. I didn't eat nothing for 4 days straight. I kept trying to drink water. That wasn't doing anything. And then my body would get extremely hot and then I would crave for cold air. Mind you, I'm anemic as it is, so my body would get extremely hot, like I have an oven in me. So then I would go into cold air, and then as soon as I go in cold air for more than 10 seconds, now I'm ice cold all over again. So now I'm shivering. Now I'm running back in the hot at weather, and it was bad. Hey, real, how are you? And I I don't want this. I don't want this sickness on no one. I don't. Hey, Emperor, how are you? I was having hot and cold flashes, and mind you, I still have it. Cause right now, like I said, I still have lightheadedness. I still feel lightheaded, and I still feel dizzy. But the kind of dizziness that I'm having is not where the room go all the way around. It's like when I get up, it's like everything is. It's like it's spiraling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when I talk too long, or I yell, or whatever, it's like my head feel. It just feels weird, and I just I I I I haven't been this sick. I have never been this sick in my life. I've had the flu many of times. I had the cold many of times. But I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. This whatever I have or whatever I had, it has messed up my body so much, and it has. I have went through so much within the last 4 days until I feel like that my body is forever changed. That's how. And like I said, I've had the flu many, because I'm 43 years old. I've had the flu many of times throughout my life. I had the cold many of times. I had different viruses. But this particular virus that I have or had, I feel like that it changed my life. I feel like that this is a life changing virus, because I feel like my body will never be the same after this. Because I don't even feel the same. Like right now, I am on my 6th day. And I'm trying to tell y'all, my body do not feel the same as it did the day before I got sick. I feel like I need to take it more easy. I feel like, I don't know, like I'm a yeller. I yell, I yell, I'm loud. I can't even yell. I don't even want to yell. I don't even want to be loud. It's like it's my body. I don't know what it is. And I'm not vaccinated. I've never had the vaccine. And to be honest, prior to the COVID vaccine, I've never really been a vaccine type woman. So I haven't had needles or shots in me since I was a little girl. I don't get needles. If anything, whenever I go to the hospital, I get blood drawn. Like whenever I go to the hospital, which I haven't been to the hospital in years. Last time I've been to the hospital, it was back in 2017. And that was the last time I've been to the hospital. And they did draw blood, but the last time I went into the hospital was when I had a abscess in my mouth, and they gave me fluids because I had an infection in my face, and they gave me fluids. They gave me the IV fluids, you know what I'm talking about, and they drew blood. That was the last time I've been to the hospital. And I'm not a vaccine type woman. I don't take vaccines or anything. So whatever this virus is that's going around that is so contagious, I don't wish this on nobody. I don't wish this on no one. So if you or anyone that is sick, because I know you sick real, and I hope you're getting so much better. I hope you are. And if any one of y'all on this live right now that is sick, or know anyone that is sick, my advice to you is to stay away from them, because you do not want this. And I just I no, I don't have COVID. I don't have COVID, and I found out that I have influenza A. And the thing about it is that I live in Maryland. And the fact that I live in Maryland, Maryland is level 3 in people that has it. Because if you look on social media and if you look on the news, they got certain states that is in levels. Like the states, level 1 is the states that has it the most. Level 2 is the states that has it moderate. And level 3 is the states that barely have it at all. And I'm in Maryland, and I'm in level 3. Maryland really has, Maryland is level 3 in cases of this virus. And I live in Maryland, and I have it. So I'm not, Maryland is not even on level A. I think it's New York, Wisconsin, and 2 or 3 other states that is level A. That they got more people in these states that has this virus. And I I I just, it feel like death. And I don't wish this on no one. And I'm glad, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I am glad that I'm the only one in the house that has it. Cause I'm not gonna lie to y'all. My stepfather, he's 70 years old. He's 70. And if he was to get this, what I have, it would put a toll on him. I know that for a fact. And my mother, you know, uh, and I have my children. The first 3 days is hell. The first 3 days is hell. I was just telling them real. I literally could not lay down. For the last 5 days, I have not slept. So all yesterday and the day before that, I tried my best to sleep. And um, I hey Levon, how are you? How are you? How are you? I would I was just letting everybody know that, if any one of y'all have this virus, that because I was drinking a lot of Gatorade, uh, and I went to my stepfather. My stepfather my stepfather went to the emergency room the other day because he was having a hard time breathing, and he was saying how the emergency rooms is already packed. So I just know that um I just know that 2026, and it's funny because I was telling people for a long time. I don't think y'all remember this, but I was telling people for a long time that before the end of year 2025, something is going to happen, and whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but something is going to happen before year 2025 ends. And they decided that they want to, and it's funny because I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. The only thing that they are doing to us, all they doing is experimenting on us. They putting things in the sky, making us sick, so that they can come up with new ways to try to treat humans, to try to come up with new medicines. All they do is experiment on us. We is nothing but guinea pigs. We is nothing but lab rats. They put all these chemicals in the sky so we can get sick, and then as soon as we get sick, the first thing we do is go to the hospital where they want us to go. And then they put all this stuff that they invented in us, and they watch how we act towards it. And it's like that's all they doing. And I got so mad a few days ago. I got so mad because I'm like, we literally live in hell. Like we honestly live in hell, to where as though we get infected with diseases and parasites, and we got parasites living in our bodies and all of this shit. And they put things in the air just to get us sick on purpose, just so they can have reason to experiment on us. And it's like, I I don't get it. And I hate it, I got so pissed off. I got so pissed off. Hey, 381. I got so pissed off the other day until I started crying. I was sitting on the edge of the bed and my head was pounding. My body was extra hot. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody in my house is asleep. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to bother my family or wake them up. So I'm literally in my room suffering. And I just started crying. Like, why do we gotta go through this as humans? Like, why do we gotta go through this as human beings? Like, why? Like, I don't understand it. And it pissed me off to the point where as though I just started crying. And I'm like, I'm getting so tired of this. And it's like, it's really nothing that we can do. Like, if it was something that I could do on my own to change the whole, if it was something that I can do that could change the whole world, believe me, I would. But I'm just one little molecule in this big atom, you know, and it's going to take a whole nation full of people. It's going to take different nations full of people to make this, to change the energy of this world. But I just feel like I just got depressed for a second. And I just got depressed and I started crying. Like, I am so sick and tired of this. And I'm just so sick and tired of it. And like right now, as I'm talking to y'all, I just feel lightheaded. And I've been trying to eat because I thought maybe I was feeling lightheaded because I wasn't eating. But I've been trying to force myself to eat. And honestly, my family, they I, they make sure that I eat because my family, they knew that I wasn't eating. So now my family is making sure that I eat. So I've been trying to eat as much as I can. And I don't know. I I don't know. Um, I was thinking about that too, Laverne. I was thinking about that too. And you know what else I was thinking, Laverne? I was thinking that it just so happens that they put out this virus during this time. And I've been saying for over a year now that 2026 is about to be a real 2026 is not going to be what people think it's going to be. 2026 is going to be like the first beginning stages of the golden years. Like, a lot of people don't know what the golden age is. Like, we are coming into the golden ages. And a lot of people don't know what the golden ages is. And I feel like 2026 is going to be the start of the golden age. And right now, the fact that they put out this virus at the very end of the year is it's a coincidence how they did that. And let me tell y'all what the golden age is. The golden age is not what y'all think it is. The golden age is the illusion that everything is going to go back not to normal, but everything is going to be better. The golden ages is the illusion that the world is about to transform to be this place of peace, to be this place of prosperity. Is when you're going to see a lot of laws get in your favor. It's like everything is working out in your favor. It's like the world is finally becoming a greater place again. They call these the golden ages, where everything is going to seem like it's okay. But that's the illusion. It's not the golden ages. They call it the golden age, but it's almost like the Renaissance. If y'all think back at the Renaissance back in the 1800s, the golden ages is the illusion that the world is about to be better when the world is not. And I believe that when the fact that they put out this virus during this time, a lot of chosen ones, believe it or not, gotten sick. And the fact that it's a lot of chosen ones right now that is about to evolve. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that 2026 is going to expose a lot of things. It's going to expose a lot of truth, and it's going to expose a lot of uh, uh, false. And it's funny because in year 2026 is when we're going to have our first world country fair. We're going to have our first worldwide state fair in the United States, because United States is going to be 250 years old. So so um so Trump is having the World State Fair in the United States. We haven't had a World Fair in since I think the late 80s, right? Then on top of that, he's having the Hunger Games in the United States, and it's going to be between June and July. But they calling it they're not calling it the Hunger Games. They calling it the Patriot Games. But it's really the Hunger Games. Because I've been saying it for years. If y'all have been following me for years, I've been saying that we are in the Hunger Games, and people just don't believe when I be talking. They just thinks that I would just be talking shit, and that everybody, well, where do you get the proof at for knowing all this stuff? I'm like, don't worry about where I get the proof from. Just listen. So right now, United States is about to be 250 years old next year, right? And then on top of that, you got Trump, who brought out these games called the Patriot Games, right? Where avoiding a girl from each high school all over the world, they go against each other like the Hunger Games, right? Then on top of that, we having our first World State Fair, where people all over the world go to this one state, and it's display a lot of things. And it just so happens that they coming out with the movie The Disclosure Day, June the 12th. And in June is when they're gonna have this. June is also when America turns 250 years old. It's also when the Patriot Games start, and it's also when the World State Fair starts. So between June and August of next year is going to be a very eye opener for a lot of people, and it's going to reveal a lot of truth. But this is why chosen ones are much needed in year 2026. And right now, I believe that um, they brought out this virus because this virus actually lowers your frequency. I'm not gonna lie. All week long, I have been in the bed. I haven't enjoyed myself. I'm not gonna say that I was in my low density state, but I was not at my high frequency that I usually be in. I was at a very low frequency state of mind. And look it up. It's going to be between the second, the last week of June all the way to July. It's called the Patriot Games, and Trump is going to be hosting it. I don't know where it's going to be at right now. And it's also going to be the World State Fair. It's going to be the World State Fair, and it's going to be the Patriots game, and it's also is when America turned 250 years old. And then on top of that, you got the same movie Disclosure Day coming out June the 12th. And it's like it's a lot happening between June and the end of July. And I got a feeling that something other than that is going to also happen in the spiritual realm. And I feel like that um, to all of my spiritual people, um, It's called the Patriots game. It's called the Patriots games, and it's going to be the World State Fair. And to all my spiritual people that is on this live right now, to all the woke ones, to all the chosen ones, however you want to call yourself, um, we are much needed now. We are much needed. So do not let any sickness get to you. Don't let any density get to you, because this sickening that we have right now, if you are sick, it took a lot of energy. Like it has taken a lot of energy out of me. It has taken so much energy out of me until, like I said earlier, I feel like my life will never be the same after this virus. I feel like my life has changed forever because I just feel completely different. I don't even feel the same anymore. I don't feel the same at all. I don't feel the same at all. And I'm just waiting for this lightheadedness and this dizziness to leave. And at this point, I know it's not because I haven't ate, because I've been eating for the last, this is for the last 2 days. I have been eating, like making up. Because remember, on the second day, I felt better. And what I did was I started eating because I thought I was getting better and I got worse again. So I have been eating for the last 2 days. So I know that it's not that I'm not eating. But hey Linda, how are you? I wanted to get on live because I haven't been on live in a few days, and a lot of my TikTok friends that follows me on YouTube had DM'd me on TikTok and asked me when is I'm getting back on live on YouTube. And I said, well, I'm sick right now. And as soon as I get better, then I go on live. And I wasn't going to get on live this morning, but I um I was like, I was like, I don't want to get on live because I don't know how I'm going to act. But what I will say is that 2026 is a very important year for the chosen ones. We are going to see a lot of things. We're going to hear a lot of things. I'm trying to tell y'all, 2026, I truly believe, is when the chosen ones is going to get revealed who they are. And what I mean by that is that to all my chosen ones on this live, I truly believe that year 2026 is going to be the year that we get exposed who we really are. Now, the thing about it is how we are going to get exposed for who we are. I don't think it's going to be the way we think it's going to be. Okay. I believe I don't even want to come up with ways because I don't know. But what I will say is that I truly believe that 2026 is going to be the year. Next year is going to be the year that the chosen ones is going to be exposed who they really are. And it could come in our dreams. It could come anyway. I don't know. But all I know is that I believe that we are going to get exposed who we really are. And I believe that the people that is running this dimension, I believe that the people that is running this whole realm, this dimension, this illusion that we having, they know this. This is why they putting, cause it's so much things that I feel, so much things that I feel. I feel like that we are about to have another pandemic. I want y'all to listen to me. I feel like that we are about to have another lockdown. We're about to have another lockdown. I feel it in I feel it all over me that we are going to have another lockdown. I feel like that we're about to have another pandemic because what's going to happen is that they're going to claim that this virus is getting out of hand. And I believe that we are going to have another lockdown. And oh, thank you for the gift. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is my first gift since Christmas. Thank you. I hope y'all had a great Christmas. I was My family was downstairs enjoying their life. I was in upstairs in the bed with the lights off because having the lights on made me feel worse. I couldn't even be in light. I felt like a damn vampire. I couldn't even be in light. Like the fact that my lights is on right now, I'm able to do it now. But for the last 4 days, being in light made me feel worse. It's like I was like a vampire. It was like turn the lights off. It was bothering my eyes. It was bothering my head. It was bothering like my whole energy. It was like I couldn't. So every time when I go downstairs around all that light, I had to go back upstairs in my room. It was bad. I felt like a damn vampire. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It was bad. But what I was saying was that I I feel like that we're going to go on another lockdown, and I feel like we are going to go through another pandemic. And I think that this pandemic is going to be a lot worse than 2020. I think we coming back into 2020. But this lockdown is not going to be like 2020 because they're not going to pay us to stay in the house. I believe what they're going to claim is that it's too many people getting sick and they can't control it because they already said that the flu that we have, they don't have nothing to cure it because the flu came out after they already put out the vaccine for the flu. So the vaccine that they already have for the flu, they already put it out for the world to get. But now that they got this new flu, the vaccine that they already have out is not going to be able to cure the current flu that we have. So with that being said, that means that if the flu vaccine can't cure the flu that we or the virus that we have, then that means it's going to get out of control because there's nothing to cure it. It's nothing to contain it, right? So that means it's going to be many more people that's going to get sick. Remember back in year 2020? I don't think y'all remember, but I do to remember all things. Please remember that. But back in 2020, right? The pandemic happened in May of year 2020. I know this for a fact. The pandemic started in March of 2020. March of 2020 is when we was put on lockdown, right? Remember that? March of 2020 was when we got put on lockdown when they clarified it as a pandemic. Now remember back in 2019, the year before that, between October, middle October, and late November, when people were saying that they was already sick and they believed that they already had the COVID vaccine, but they didn't have needles or shots. Remember, it was people back in 2020 that said that they was already sick back in year 2019, and they said that it was only a flu. Remember that? I don't think y'all remember, but do y'all remember that? Just say yes if y'all remember that. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Remember 2020, March of 2020 was when it was certified that we was going through a pandemic and then we had to get put on lockdown March of 2020. Remember that? And remember when they got on Trump because he didn't have a vaccine ready? Remember that? Because we was put on lockdown March of 2020. Now remember back in year 2019, the year before, between late October and middle November when a lot of people got sick and they thought that it was just the flu. They thought it was a virus or whatever, and they didn't have nothing for them. They all of these people just got sick and they thought it was just the flu virus and they didn't get no needles or anything. And then after around December, late November, December, it just went completely silent. Nobody got sick between late November and all the way up until February. Nobody got sick, and then out of nowhere, people just started getting sick again. Remember that? But remember back in March of 2020 when they said that all of these people got COVID and it was an outbreak. But remember, people was already saying that they was sick before. They was sick prior before. And no one said anything. And that's when people got mad at Trump because they were saying it was people already sick before the pandemic and you was already the president. Why didn't you come up with a vaccine when those people were sick? Because maybe you could have had a cure. But he didn't, it was nothing done to those people. So I believe that we are the first wave of sickness. I believe that we are the first wave. I believe all of us right now that is sick right now, we are the first wave. We are the one that's going to be immune to the sickness. We're going to be immune to it. And right now, they're not going to clarify it as a pandemic yet. But we are already immune to the influenza A or a adenovirus or whatever the hell this thing is. We are already immune to it. And watch, I tell you, March, around February or March of next year, all of a sudden we're going to have another pandemic where you're going to have a large amount of people that's going to feel the same exact way that we did. And then they're going to declare it as a pandemic. You understand? I truly believe that because it already happened before. No, I didn't get the vax. I truly believe that this is what's about to happen. And I believe that right now they are using us as the guinea pigs. Because right now we are the first wave of people that is sick. So all they got to do is experiment on us. That's why I refuse to go to the hospital. Because right now we are the first one that is getting experimented on with this sickness, right? So if we are the first wave of people to get sick with this virus, all we got to do is go into the hospitals and they can easily experiment on us, say that we got anything, just to have a reason to do whatever they want to do. And then they can just throw they can just throw the disease out there now, like just throw it out there into the air and let everybody get it. Because we already experimented on the first wave of people. We got enough people to go into the hospital, to take their blood, to test their blood, to put these needles in them to see how they will react. So when we had, it's just the same thing like COVID. How do we not know that during the year of 2019, that those people that were sick during that time, how do we know that those people didn't get experimented on? How do we know how many people actually did go to the hospital? How do we know that? We don't know these people. So we don't know what those people that got sick prior to the pandemic, we don't know what they went through. We don't know what they did, right? But yet, all of a sudden, months after that, the whole entire world get on lockdown because they saying it's an outbreak. Why is it an outbreak? And like right now, it's they trying to say that this virus is an outbreak, and they got all these states, including other countries that have it. Japan has it, China has it. I think they said Indonesia has it. There's a lot of countries that has it. And right now, you would think about this, people. You would think that all these other countries has it, and you got all these. Why we are not on lockdown right now? Why are we not on lockdown right now? Don't you think that we should be on lockdown right now? Don't you think that we should be either on lockdown or we should be like kept in isolation? Don't you think by now we should be on? They don't want us on lockdown. You know why? Because they want the people that is sick to contaminate others. They want us. It's like I said, we nothing but guinea pigs. I know what the enemy does. I know who the enemy is. I know how they work. I know the system. They want us to contaminate each other. So by the time that we contaminate each other, you got a lot of people right now that go to the hospital just because they head itch. So if we contaminate each other, they do realize a lot of people don't go to the hospital. And then they realize a lot of people do. And we should all be put on lockdown right now. We should all be on lockdown, but we are not. Because the more we contaminate each other, the more they can experiment on us. And when they come up with the right vaccine, because mind you, this vaccine that they're going to come up with, it's not going to cure us. It's not going to cure us at all. It's just another way to weaken our immune system. Because remember, we are in a spiritual warfare. The rule of the spiritual warfare is not to strengthen you, but to weaken you. The more they weaken our immune system, the more we are liability, and the more we are submissive to them. Because they're not going to give us nothing to make us feel better. They're not going to give us nothing to make us stronger. They're not going to give us anything to raise who we are. Everything they are giving to us is weakening our immune system so we can continue to drag ourselves and crawl to them for help and strength. So this vaccine that they are coming, this new, I'm trying to tell y'all, remember this live because it's going to be saved. Remember this live. They're going to have a vaccine for this flu. And this flu is not going to cure you at all. It's to only make you worse. Because the more you come to them, the more you need them, the more you show them that they are your God. The more you show them that you need them. Just like with the COVID. You got more people that caught COVID after getting the COVID shot. What was the whole point of getting the COVID vaccine just to end up with COVID anyway? And then they told you that when you get COVID, that it was going to make you sicker. And it's like, what was the whole point of taking the COVID shot when you were going to end up with COVID anyway? What was the whole point of taking the COVID shot and you still can't be around people that got COVID? Because you still may get it. Then what was the whole point of taking a needle then? I thought that if I take the needle, that means I'm safe. I mean, I lost my job because I didn't take this needle. I couldn't even go outside. I couldn't even enjoy my life because I couldn't take this needle. Or just to take the needle and still catch it. What was the whole point of me sacrificing my life taking this needle and I still can catch it? You got people who actually died taking the COVID vaccine. So it's like what they doing is right now we are in the second wave, people. We are in the second wave. Right now, see, it's another reason why I'm not going to get into that reason because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to talk too much. But it's a reason why they shot us with COVID in 2020. And it's a reason why they doing it now. Because we only got 2 more years left. 2 more years left before this generation ends. This generation ends in year 2028, people. We got 2 more years left. And right now, this is why I say chosen ones, this is the time that we are needed. So if you are sick, if this is the time for us to be a lot more stronger. Don't look at the world for anything. This is now the time, chosen one, to go deep into yourself. If you are sick right now, don't go to the hospital. Don't go to the hospital. Hospitals are your worst enemies right now. Hospitals are the devil. If you are a chosen one, hospital is Satan itself. Don't go to the hospital. Don't do it. Cause don't do it. Don't. I'm getting like Kamala Harris. Don't do it. Don't come. Don't come. Don't come. Do not go. I'm begging y'all. If y'all feel sick, do not go. How do you know that you are chosen? How do you know that you are chosen? Do you think you chosen, Maurice? If you think you chosen, then you chosen. If you think you chosen, you are chosen. If you think you chosen, you are chosen. If you know you are chosen, you are chosen. The thing about it is, it's all about knowing who you are. It's about hold on for a minute, y'all. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh my God. Y'all gotta forgive me. Oh my goodness. I feel like shit. Okay. How do you know that you were chosen? The first thing that you gotta do is that you have to know that you were chosen. You have to know it. You have to know it. If you think that you were chosen, you were chosen. And to be real honest with you, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Um, you were chosen once you come out of your mother's womb. Once you come out of your mother's womb, you were already chosen. You were chosen and you were selected to live this experience. So you were already chosen when you come out of your mother's womb. Okay? A lot of us, even though we all came out of a womb, a lot of us was created. A lot of us didn't come out of a womb, believe it or not. But if you came out of your mother's womb, you are already chosen because you were chosen to live this experience. You were chosen to live in this timeline. So you were already chosen within itself. Okay. And when you wake up to the fact of knowing that you were chosen, knowing that you were selected to be here, that's when you got to get to the mindset of wondering why you were chosen, wondering why you were selected. It's all about learning yourself, learning thyself. This is why you have to understand that it's always you. It is you. You are the Christ. You are the most important ingredient in this whole reality. It's not about God. It's not about Jesus. It's not about your parents. It's not about the neighbor. It's not about the son. It's not about them. It's all about you. When you understand who you are, when you understand why you were selected, when you understand why you were chosen, why were you selected to be here? Why were you selected to be this timeline? Why were you chosen to be here? Why were you? Once you start to go deep in that rabbit hole of learning why and who you are and where you are and why you were here, then you are going to understand why you were chosen. A lot of people don't want to go that deep. This is why they indoctrinated us with Christianity and religion, because they don't want you to go deep within yourself. They don't want you to learn yourself and learn why you were selected and chosen. They want you to give all your glory to someone else. They want you to do that. Because if you give all your glory and all your worship to someone else, it leaves you ignorant. Because the only thing that you know is that Jesus Christ died for your sins. That's all you know, right? That's all you know. And that you must obey and worship. That's all you know. And as long as you obey and worship and walk in Christ and be like Christ and follow the 10 Commandments, Christ will let you meet God and you go to heaven. That's what you was indoctrinated to know. So it keeps you ignorant to knowing who you are. Because you don't know shit about yourself. You don't know nothing about you. But you know everything about Jesus, though. Well, at least you know what they telling you about Jesus. You don't know nothing about you. You don't know where you come from. All you know is you came out of your mother. The only thing you know is the name that she gave you. The hospital you was born in. You don't know nothing about how you got here. You don't know your heritage. You don't know who you were before you came here. You don't know the life you had before you came. You don't know nothing because everything is blacked out before you come out of the womb. You don't know nothing. And this is why when we get reincarnated here, they erase our mind. They take away everything that we had prior in our old life, and they don't want us to remember. Because if you remember who you were in your past life, then you will understand and have a good realization to why you were here now. What if you found out that in your past life, what if you found out, Emperor, what if you found out, Emperor, that in your past life that you was a god, that you lived in temples, that you was worshipped, that you was idolized and worshipped wherever you went? What if you found that out right now, Emperor, that in your last life, before you reincarnated into this life, that you was a god, and that you was worshipped, and that you was idolized, and that you actually owned people, and you lived in a temple, and you were the richest person in the world. What if you found that out right now? That is who you were in your past life. And that people actually fed you the best food and the best fruit, and you drank the best of waters, and you were showered in gold, and you were showered in silver, and people fell down on their knees to you, and that you were the most beautifulest person that the world has ever seen, and they looked to you as a god, and you was idolized and worshipped. How would that make you feel, Emperor, if you found out that's who you were? If you found out right now, and you right now being a nobody, you work every day a 9-to-5 job, you don't know nothing about your old life, and you found out right now that that's who you used to be in your old life. And now look at your old life, and you finding out that's who you were in your old life, right? And now you living in this life, and you ain't shit like you were in your old life. What are you going to do? Are you going to bow down to this God, knowing that in your old life you was a God? So it's like in your old life you was a God, to now you bowing down to one. How would that make you feel, Emperor, to find out that you was once a God, and that you was being worshipped like you worshiping the God right now? You had people get on their knees and bow down to you. And now you living in a world where you was on your knees bowing down to someone else. How would that make you feel, that you went from people bowing down to you, now you bowing down to another God? How would that make you feel? Would you want to bow down to this God again? You be like, wait a minute, hold up. Because you're going to realize who I am is who I always will be. So if I was a God in my past life, I'm a God now. Ain't nothing changed. It's just the experience change. The lesson has changed. But if I was a God in my old life, I'm a God now. If I was a goddess in my old life, I'm a goddess now. It's just that my experience is just different. I don't have the same privileges that I had in my old life, but I'm still a God. I might not be as worshipped as people used to worship me, but I'm still a God. Why? Because I remember who I am. And now I got to remember, if I was a God, I'm a God now. So now you realize that you are a God. So why are you here? You are here because you are a God. And this God don't want you to know that you are a God. So this God is making you bow down to him. But when you stand on the root of your feet, you stand on your root and say, no, I am a God. I don't bow down to no man because I am a God within myself. Then you're going to understand where you are and why you are here. And then you're going to understand who that God is. Because if you found out right now that you are a God, you are a God, then who that God is? Who that God is? It can't be two gods in one world. So that means one of the gods is going to have to go. So is you going to go because you a God and you just realizing that you a God? You going to let yourself go, or you going to give that God all the glory? One of the gods is going to have to stand. This is why they made the movie, that movie with Marlon Wayans in it. The movie that just came out with Marlon Wayans and the football movie with Marlon Wayans. Y'all remember that movie that just came out with Marlon Wayans? Him. That's why they made the movie Him. Because you found out that you now are God. So one of you gonna have to leave. This is what Marlon Wayans and the other guy did. Marlon Wayans says, I am a God. And he was drinking blood from previous gods. So he was giving the blood to the other guy that wanted to be in Marlon Wayans' shoes because he realized he a God too. So Marlon said, one of us is going to have to stand on that wall. One of us is going to have to take that plate on that wall. It's either going to be me or you. So at the end of the day, you got to realize who you are, where you are, and why you are here. You got to understand that you are a God. And you got to understand that you are living in a world where you got to bow down to a God. And when you are waking up to realize that you are a God, one of y'all going to have to go. It's either you're going to stand on your root, you're going to stand on your truth and say, no, I'm a God. No one comes before me. I am a God. So what you going to do? You're gonna decline yourself. You're going to denounce yourself as being the God or the goddess that you are to serve a God that you're going to have to obey and worship forever? Or you're going to put yourself on that pedestal where you're going to serve and worship yourself forever, and everybody around you will do the same. This is why it's vital that we learn who we are, where we are, and why we are here. You got a lot of people, like right now, in the comments saying, oh, I'm not a God. They denounce their own self. And you know the reason why they tell themselves that they're not a God? Because they've been indoctrinated so bad. They have been indoctrinated for so long until they have indoctrinated themselves, until the world has indoctrinated them to think that they are nothing without someone to worship. Now, what if you worship yourself? What if you idolize yourself? What if you give yourself the glory? You are God because you idolizing yourself. You getting to know yourself. You learning yourself. You praise. Every time when you do a good deed, you praise yourself. Like, I did that. I did that. You are the mass creator, Telly. I did that. I'm proud of myself. I did that. And the world has indoctrinated us. The world has indoctrinated us so bad to got us thinking that we ain't nothing without someone to worship. That's what they did to us. Because for you to sit here on this live and say that I am not holy. I am not a God. I am not a goddess. You wake up every single day, sweetheart. You wake up every single day. You eat every single day. You drink every single day. You go through sickness every single day. You dodge bullets every single day. You dodge death every single day. You dodge vampires and warlocks and clones. You dodge this every single day. And you don't think that you are God? You dodge hell every single day. You work like a slave every single day, and you are still in your right, sane mind. And you got the audacity to tell yourself that you are not glorified, that you are not a God, and you walk through hell every single day untouched. Untouched. And you can sit in and tell yourself, oh, I'm not glorified. What? You could be dead right now. You could have no legs, no arms. You could be infectious with diseases. But yet you walking around in your right sane mind, living under the devil's spell, and you saying you ain't glorified. Something's wrong there. What kind of God that you need to worship that have you thinking that you ain't nothing? If I'm going to worship any God, and I put this on everything. If I'm going to worship any God, I'd rather worship a God that feels it in my spirit that I am a queen, that I am a goddess. I don't want to worship a God that got me thinking that I am nothing without him. I want a God to make me feel like that all I need to do is love me. I want a God that wants me to learn who I am. Because if I learn who I am, then it will get me closer to who he is. The God that y'all serving got y'all thinking that y'all is nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing without him. Nothing. That's not the type of God that I want to serve. The type of God that I want to serve, I want this God to show me, learn who you are, and it will bring you closer to me. Glorify yourself, and it will bring you closer to me. Love yourself, and it will bring you closer to me. Glorify yourself, and it will bring you closer to me. Look at yourself. Open your mind to yourself. Learn who you are, and it will bring you closer to me. That's the type of God that I want to worship. I don't want to worship a God that tell me you ain't nothing without me. You got to get on your knees and obey me. Because I'm a jealous God. You got to forsake yourself in order to be with me. That's not the type of man or God that I want to worship. I got to forsake myself. What if I love myself? What if I love myself? I got to forsake myself? I got to hate myself to love you, God? A lot of Christians and religious, we don't look at it that way. You know why? They're afraid to. Because they've been indoctrinated so heavy until they think that if they do that, they're going to hell. They think it's blasphemy. No. That's why I say that we need to really, really get to know who we are. Because at the end of the day, you can't serve two masters. And what I mean by that is you can't serve yourself and serve someone else. Because the God that you serve already told me you got to forsake your damn self in order to worship him. So that lets you know you can't serve two masters, because you are a God and that's a God. So one of y'all got to get forsaken. And the God already told you in order to worship him, you got to forsake yourself. Because you can't serve two masters. So I guess I'm going to have to serve me and forsake that one. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to serve me. I'm going to worship me. I'm going to idolize me at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, when I die, it's me that's dying. It's me. So I'm going to love and idolize and worship myself every day of my life. Because at the end of the day, I'm a goddess. And I can't serve two masters. So if I can't serve two masters, then I guess I'm going to have to serve me. Because you think that God is going to serve you? No. But you can serve you. So that's not why I got on this live. I don't even know how I started on that. Every time when I get on live, I just start talking. But I forgot what I was talking about. I tell you. Telly, every time when I get on this live, Telly and Quiet, every time when I get on live, uh I always forget why the hell I got on this live. It always happens. Make sure y'all subscribe to me. Make sure y'all subscribe to me. Make sure y'all follow me. Make sure y'all stay in contact. Did you create yourself? No, you didn't create yourself. Christ created you. Well, I don't know who created you, 2632, but I know Christ created me. It was an energy source that created me. So no, I didn't create myself. But Christ, the energy, the source for self, the divine feminine masculine energy created me. See, I didn't come from an incubator. I didn't come from a lab. I came from the divine feminine masculine energy within itself. I came from the actual divine feminine. So I came from source itself. So I was birthed from source. So no, I didn't create myself. Source, the divine feminine energy that's about to hit this planet, created me. So no, I didn't create myself. My divine mother, my divine feminine mother created me. So no, I didn't create myself. Well, since you asking all these questions, who created Christ? Who did create Christ? Who created Christ? I mean, because a lot of people that ask me these questions, they don't know the answers themselves. And I noticed that a lot of people that ask me these kind of questions, they don't know the answers themselves. So what they'll do is they'll ask me the question, and then they'll try to see if they can identify with the answer. And if I don't give them an answer that they can identify with, and most likely they not, because they not on the same conscious level as I am, then they're gonna call me a liar, or they're gonna try to dispute what I'm saying. So I want you to ask me who created Christ. Since since you want to ask me these questions, I want you to answer me Gouray TV. I'm gonna call you 2632. 2632. Who do you think created Christ? Who do you think created Christ? And when you give me your answer, then I give you my answer. Cause I noticed that cause one thing about Christ, no one created Christ. Christ is not a being. God didn't create Christ. Christ is God. Christ is a let me try to put it in dummy terms. And what I mean by dummy terms, I don't mean it because you a dummy. I mean it in the lowest frequency state of answer. Who created Christ? Christ is not a creation. Christ is basically a consciousness. It's an energy. It's a state of being. It's the truth. So you can't. Christ is not a creation. Christ is a state of being. It's who you are. So Jesus Christ wasn't, how should I put it? Jesus became Christ. So Jesus was his name, right? But he became Christ because of the consciousness, because of the state of being that he is in. So right now, my name is Ajita Stone. That's my name. When I became Christ, I became Christ through the consciousness, through the state of being, through the state of realization. It's not on who created Christ. It's not who discovered Christ. Christ is the truth. So Ajita Stone, who I am, I learned the truth. I learned the Christ in me. I learned the truth in me. I learned the higher consciousness in me. Because I was born in a lower frequency, in a lower consciousness. So now I am at my Christ state of mind. I am at my highest consciousness. It's the Christ in me. Christ is not a born creature. It's not a born deity. Christ is basically a state of who you are. It's a state of consciousness. It's a state of energy. And that energy source that was in Jesus, that same frequency, that state of being and consciousness and aura and energy that was in Jesus is the same energy and frequency and aura that's in me. This is why I can identify with Jesus Christ. That's why when people ask me, do you believe in Jesus Christ? I tell them, yeah. Because I am Jesus. I am Jesus Christ. I am the 2025 version of Jesus Christ. Because the same energy, the same frequency, the same aura that was in Jesus is in me. We come from the same frequency. We come from the same um um what you call that? Demographic. So this is why I can identify with Jesus Christ because we came from the same frequency. Like right now, a lot of y'all, not all of y'all, but a lot of y'all come from the 3D dimensional frequency, right? So the fact that a lot of y'all come from the 3D dimensional frequency, y'all gonna think the same thing. Y'all can identify the same way. Y'all can actually sit in a room and agree on a lot. Because y'all come from the same frequency. You come from the same dimension. You come from the same aura. You come from the same essence. So you all know the same. But if you was to get 3D dimensional people to sit in a room with a group of 5D dimensional people, you're not going to understand those 5D dimensional people because they are in a different conscious level. They are in a different state of being. They have a different aura. They have a different state of mind. So y'all not going to agree on the same thing because y'all on two different mindsets. Y'all on two different state of beings. Y'all got two different kinds of understanding and knowing. This is why it is impossible for someone that is at their Christ frequency to talk to a 3D dimensional person. It's impossible. If I was right now talking to a Christian or religious person, we would be disagreeing the whole entire time because they are not in the state of consciousness that I am in. I am in my Christ state of being. I am in my Christ state of mind. I am in my Christ consciousness. And they are not. They are still in the 3D dimensional conscious level, where the 3D dimensional is all about faith, it's all about hope, it's all about worshiping and idolizing the materialistic. But when you get in the 5D conscious state of mind, it's about knowing. It's about understanding. It's about knowing who you are and where you are. It's not about materialistic things anymore. People that is in their Christ conscious state of mind, we really don't care about materialistic things anymore because it don't serve us any justice. But we still got to live and survive, but we really don't care for it. We don't. This is why it's easier for people that has the Christ consciousness to maneuver better over the world because we are not influenced by material things. We are not influenced by money. We are not influenced by gold and riches. We are not influenced by those anymore because it don't serve us any justice because we know that we are led by the Spirit now. When at first we was led by the flesh. The flesh get amused by gold. It get amused by fame and money and material things. It get amused by that. For people that is now leading on the Spirit of Christ, we only get led by the Spirit. So even though I could use money right now, because I'm broke as hell, I could use some money right now, but I don't get led by it. I'm not going to do anything for it. You got people that is in the 3D dimensional world. They'll kill their own mother for $1. They'll dishonor their own child for $1. They'll do whatever they got to do for $1. Now me, it's certain things that I will do for $1, but I'm not going to do anything for $1. Not anything. But you got some people, they would do just about anything. You got people that is willing to go over to Dubai and eat shit for $1. I ain't eating nobody's shit. I won't even eat my own shit. That shit stinks. They'll do anything. They'll do. I wouldn't eat my own damn shit. Hell no. And you got women over there. That is, come on now. It ain't that much damn money in the world. It ain't that much money in the world. So is the Father the Son? No, I don't know who the Father or the Son is. I am the Son. I am the Son. Let me keep this real with you, 2632. I am the Son. Telly is the Son. Real was the Son. It's not, see, they have indoctrinated y'all worshiping the Son of Man. No, we don't worship no man. We are children of the Son. We are the Son. Where we go, the Son goes. That's why they say angels have this aura around. Where we go, the Sun goes. Where we go, everything shines. We are the bright and shining star. Why you think they said Lucifer was the bright and morning star? Lucifer is not who you think he is. Lucifer came in the world to bring destruction on earth. What do you think that destruction is? Do you think it's good destruction or bad destruction? So you need to start asking the right questions. 26, 30, 32. You need to start asking, and and I'm gonna be real honest with you, 26, 32. You a person that asks a lot of questions, and I love that about you. But you asking the wrong questions. So when you get on this off of this live, I want you to start asking the right questions, and then you will get the answer that you need. Because right now I can tell that you are a very curious person. You are. And that's good. That's very good. And I love that about you. But you asking the wrong questions. You need to start asking the forbidden question. Then you're going to start getting the answer that you deserve. Because right now you asking the answers that you want the relaxed answer. Right now you asking the questions that you want a nice answer for. Right now, all of the questions that you are asking, it's almost like you already know the answer, but you really don't. But you want the question, the answer that's going to ease your mind. And I noticed that all the questions that you are asking, 2632, the answers that you're looking for is the kind that's going to ease your brain. You're looking for the kind of answer that's going to make you say, okay, I get it. But you asking the wrong questions. You need to start asking the forbidden questions. Ask the wrong questions. And then you're going to start getting deep down that rabbit hole. You're going to start deep diving into that red pill. And you're really going to start seeing and hearing things and seeing things that you've never seen or heard before. Because right now you're asking the wrong questions. Right now, everybody always asking me, what about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? Won't you ask about the Mother and the Daughter and the Holy Spirit? Have anybody ever questioned the Mother, the Daughter, and the Holy Spirit? Because remember, the Mother is a divine feminine. The divine feminine is a feminine being. The daughter represents the divine feminine, right? So we as women, we come from the divine feminine because we are feminine. So we represent the divine feminine because we are feminine amongst ourselves. And what comes out of our vagina? A spirit. Every time when we have a baby, spirits come out of us. So what about the mother, the daughter, and the Holy Spirit that comes out of our vagina? Have y'all ever thought about that? Have anybody ever thought about the divine mother, the daughter, and the Holy Spirit? Every time when you have a baby, whether it's a boy or a girl, a spirit is coming out of your body. Every time when that baby swell up in your belly, that is a spirit inside of your body that you are bearing. So you got a spirit inside of you. You got a baby inside of you. You got life inside of you that you need to bear. And you are a woman. You are representing the divine feminine. So you got the holy divine spirit in you and you represent it. All right, it's time for you to get off of my live because you're getting dumber. I'm trying to help you, but you're getting dumber. I can't help you no more. I'm trying to help him out. You know, I'm trying to open up his eyes a little bit to try to get him to see. He's still saying no. Man, get your ass off of my live. I'm lightheaded. I'm lightheaded. I'm lightheaded. And I'm already having dizzy spells as we talk, right? And I'm trying to help him out a little bit. And I'm like, look, think about it this way. You know, I'm like, man, fuck that. I can't. Y'all not going to have me have a damn aneurysm on live. Hell no. I'm trying to help you out. And I'm trying to tell him it's good that he asking the right questions. I could tell he a man that asks questions. All you gotta do is ask the right questions and you will get all the answers. Right now you asking the wrong questions. What you know? We are portals. We are portals. We have life in us. We give life. We give life. And a lot of people say, well, what about the man? The man have to have sex with the woman in order to have. No, we don't know. At first, before men was able to have sex with women in order to have babies, we were virgins having babies. And a lot of people don't believe that. Before man was created to have sex with women, before the human was created to have sex with the woman, we were virgins having babies. That's why they called us angels. We were virgins having babies. We have babies strictly through energy. I forgot what they call it. They call it something. Uh, what is it called? It's a name for it, but I know the name is on the tip of my tongue. But we were actually virgins having babies. We didn't need men to have babies. And and there's a lot of people to know this. I'm not the only one that know this. Is a fact. We were actually virgins having babies. We had babies through energy. But one thing about a man, you cannot convince a man otherwise. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. You won't be able to convince a man otherwise. A man gonna tell you, no, you need a man. No, we do not. Nope, we don't. We don't need a man. But I want y'all to have a great Sunday. Make sure y'all subscribe to me. Make sure y'all stay in contact with me. And thank y'all for the gifts. That 2026 was amazing. And make sure y'all, my hand is itching. That means I'm gonna come across some money. Do I need a man? Yes, I need a man. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Do I need a man? Yes, I need a man because I don't know how to fix my damn door. I don't know how to change a tire. I don't know how to change no tires. I don't know how to fix the doorknob if it falls off. I don't know how to change my oil in my car. Yes, I need a man. Yes, I do. I'm not gonna sit here and be in denial. I need a man and I want a man. I hate being single, but I'd rather be single than deal with anything. I am so immune to lowering my standards until I'm not doing it no more. So before I lower my standards, I'd rather just stay single. But yes, I do need a man. I'm a horny little being. I love sex. Yes, I do. I am a very sexual being. I am a very horny little creature. And I love a man. And I love the two technical that comes with it and that long thing that sticks in between. I love it. And I need a man. Yes, I do. I love to be held. I love to be kissed. I loved all that. I love it. I love being with the right man. And when I get with that right man, it's gonna be on and popping like popcorn. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, I do need a man. I want a man and I need a man. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I don't need a man. Yes, I do need a man. I've been single for far too long. And I think my single days are getting tiresome at this point. I need a man at this point. But I'm not gonna settle for everything. So I want y'all to have a great Sunday. And if I don't get back on live before the New Year's, I want y'all, cause y'all do know that New Year's is not really January the 1st. New Year's is really April the 3rd. But it is what it is. So if I don't talk to y'all before January the 1st, um, I'm gonna try to get back on live. Probably Tuesday. Tuesday. I don't know, cause I got a taste for some shrimp lo mein. I want some shrimp lo mein for some reason. I want some shrimp lo mein. I'm trying to eat everything that I crave for. I want some shrimp lo mein. I might get that. I might, yeah. But anyway, Y'all have a great Sunday. And thank y'all for joining me on my live. Thank you, Telly, and everybody that has came on my live. Thank you, Real, everybody. And I want y'all to stay safe, stay healthy, and try not to get sick. And please, um, we don't gotta pay for no phone call. The hell? Um, my email is in my you can matter of fact, uh um you can how you can contact me, go on one of my videos and comment on one of my videos and I'll reach out to you. Okay? Um go on one of my videos. My email is on my shorts. So go on my shorts. Go on my shorts and my email is in my shorts. And you can email me. And we can talk at that point. But my email is in my shorts videos. So go in my videos and my shorts, and I have my email um down in there, and we can start from there. Okay. So anybody want to get in contact with me, my email is in my shorts. I try to do it at least. I haven't done it, but it's in there. I'm a post it probably later on. And yeah, and we can converse once you do that. Michael, the thing about it is that I don't mind giving people my phone number. I don't have no problem giving people my phone number, but I'm very selective on who I give my phone number to. And I a lot of my TikTok friends and some of my YouTube friends has my phone number. But these are the ones, oh my God, my ear is killing me. These are the ones that I have a good relationship with. So just find my email in my shorts and we can start from there. So yeah, so everybody have a good day. I ain't paying you no mind, Michael. So everybody have a good day. And I will be back on live probably one day this week. I really don't want to go outside. I might call my sister and ask her can she pick me up some Chinese food. All right, I'm gonna get off alive and y'all have a great day.